R-Truth, also known as Ron Killings, is leaving WWE. He posted on Twitter saying, "I'm sorry to inform you all, I just got released from WWE. I want to thank WWE for the ride, but mostly I want to thank each and every one of you who was along for the ride. Thank you for all the love, support, and appreciation you've given me for over the years. Thank you." Initially, myself, like many others, thought maybe he was hacked, maybe it was some kind of just not good joke, but was confirmed to me within WWE. Wasn't necessarily released, but it was a notification that his contract would be expiring and not be renewed. There's a lot of shock within the WWE roster about this. We're gaining a lot more reactions. Those will be on FightfulSelect.com. I want to wish R-Truth the best. He's always been wonderful, especially to us, and just a great part of WWE history. Sending our love to him, obviously.
Seriously? They released R-Truth? Well, at least this time he was the only person that they released.
Carlito has confirmed that his contract is expiring in the next 2 weeks, and it will not be renewed.
That's not cool. All right, let's talk about it. I think I had basically the same reaction to the news of the release or the non-renewal of R-Truth's contract that it seems like a lot of you guys did online. First was shock, right? Like, how on earth are you going to let a guy like R-Truth go? And we'll get into that, and I'll get into my full thoughts in a minute here. The other being kind of outrage, right? Shock and outrage seems to be the going feelings about the release of R-Truth. Because let's be real, R-Truth, he's going to be just fine. He's made so much money, and if he wants to still work for a major company, TNA, AEW, they're going to welcome him with open arms. He could do anything else he wants to do, his music career, a podcast, he's going to be fine. But we'll talk more about R-Truth in a minute. But poor Carlito. You know, R-Truth's getting a lot of outpouring and a lot of reaction from the wrestling universe, which we're also going to cover here. I do want to show a lot of those tweets of the different reactions from the wrestlers and that sort of thing. But poor Carlito not getting as much love. Of course, Carlito kind of understands as he's joking about it himself. This was his tweet here. "My contract is up in 2 weeks. It will not be renewed. On top of that, WWE is demanding I pay back the money they paid me for apparently stealing money, Bundy, from the company. I've had my lawyers look into it, and after reviewing my footage on Netflix for the past months, they've suggested I pay the money back. All jokes aside, gracias WWE and especially the WWE Universe. Los quiero mucho." If I care much, I don't know. "P.S. I'll reappear again in another 13 years. Dios míos bendiga." And then he's got the Homer Simpson into the bush meme. So he's got good spirits about it, at least. Of course, you know, the internet didn't realize that was a joke, and I've seen a couple posts like, WWE demanding back pay. The joke is that Carlito doesn't ever do anything ever. He just kind of stands there in the Judgment Day segments and has like a funny one-liner, and that's essentially it. Maybe take a spear once in a while. So sucks for Carlito, but really the big story here is R-Truth, because R-Truth getting released to me just doesn't make sense. Clearly, this seems to be a move, as we're hearing that, you know, this was nothing that he did wrong or anything like that. This was simply basically a financial move, right? Maybe he was getting paid too much. The contract that he was on was a very healthy, happy contract, because R-Truth is an OG. He's been around since the Attitude Era. You know, he left for a little bit. He went to TNA, became an NWA champion over there, and really made, you know, because he was like the rapper guy in WWE, along with Brian James, the Road Dogg. But then he kind of made a serious little career for himself outside of WWE. And then when he came back, he had his whole second, third run as R-Truth. and doing some really hilarious shit. I think there was, and this could be like a Mandela effect or something, so please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not seeing anybody else reporting this. They're saying he's had like a 17-year run or whatever. Was there not a time in the mid-2000s-ish where R-Truth was part of a batch of major cuts to WWE, but he was shortly brought back, like almost immediately? I hope they see the error of their ways here. Like, this is a guy that he wasn't wasting TV time. No offense to Carlito, but there's an example of, yeah, I can see why that guy was cut. And even with the big batch of cuts earlier this year, a month or so ago, right? For the most part, I think all of those people, yeah, sure, I can fully understand that. Some people were a bit miffed that like a Braun Strowman was released, but come on, Braun Strowman is just, just a big gumpy douchebag. Like, it's fine, let him go. A lot of those NXT talents, maybe there were things going on there that we weren't seeing as far as them not progressing or whatever, and you can kind of point out the ones that had the bad attitude because they said as much online. Oh, they're body shaming me, and you just go straight to the drama of it. Well, you were probably drama to begin with. But, those cuts happen all the time. A lot of people were salty about those. Like, they forget that this hasn't happened every year since as far back as you can remember, basically. WWE has always made talent cuts, especially right after WrestleMania. But there's talent cuts for the sake of, they're not coming along as quick as we'd like them to. Maybe they have a bad attitude. Maybe we're paying them too much for what they're doing on TV. And I think they tried to stuff R-Truth in that box. But let's be real. R-Truth is a keeper. He's a lifer. He's not a guy that you cut because of budget. He's a guy that you go out of your way to keep on the roster just because. Like, no, I'll cut 2 other lower card people to keep R-Truth because, God damn it, it's R-Truth. He's constantly funny. And look, there are people, and I'm sure of it, and you'll let me know in the comments, there are people out there that don't like the jokey wrestling, and they don't like the fact that he is a clown on TV, and they would either rather see him take himself seriously again or just, good riddance because all you did was be a goof. For me, like, wrestling has always been and always needs to be the buffet, the variety table, the variety show. Give me a little bit of levity throughout the show, even if it's just a backstage segment, like when Solo and Fatu and JC were coming into the building and R-Truth was standing there. He's just like, "Oh, is that your kid?" To little tiny little JC, little short little JC there. But I mean, he's just the funniest guy. He's like, "Man, you guys is big boned." Like, it never fails for R-Truth. And that's just the most recent thing. And then, of course, the most significant, most recent thing is his short-lived little feud with John Cena. Excuse me here. I'm a little dry. Like, that was fucking amazing. He did so much to make John Cena a better heel, just by the facials, just by the being let down by his hero. The inside joke that John Cena's his childhood hero to begin with. That's always been funny to me. Every little thing R-Truth does is coming out into the fucking for the Royal Rumble, into the women's one, because he has this number 13 or whatever, and it's my turn. I have number 13. Yeah, but for the men's Rumble, you moron. Like, just the littlest things like that always crack me up, and he could do them forever. And it wasn't just the stuff he did on screen. Before we even get to that, let me just finish his feud with Cena. He did so much to put Cena over as a bad guy, And I'm sure he sold a shit ton of those Ron Cena shirts. He got cheers. I mean, like, people were excited for that match. People were into that angle, which shows that R-Truth can take anything he's given to this day and he can make it something that the people want to see. And there was absolutely more meat left on the bone. And if you were going to retire him or something, you could do a retirement run with him. You know, he's going to make a run for the Intercontinental title or something. One last big push. And if I don't know how soon how long ago this was in the plans. Maybe they decided this after his feud with Cena. But if they were going to have that feud with Cena, knowing that it was going to be Truth's last run, if you will, would it have not been better heat for Cena to injure R-Truth and just put him out of wrestling, so to speak, or do like a career match or something like, something to get heat on John Cena if you're going to do it like that. So that makes me think maybe they just, didn't really know right up until the time that they knew. But again, R-Truth is a guy that you make room for. He's loyal to the company. He's a key player. You can plug him into anything that you like, and he's always entertaining. And then what I was going to say is it's not just what we see on TV, but it's the shit that we see that we hear backstage. Not a person alive has a bad thing to say about R-Truth that met him. People just fucking universally love R-Truth. So let's go ahead and jump on over to the tweets, because that's the other thing I wanted to do here. Just to wrap up my 2 cents on R-Truth, man, I would have went out of my way to keep him. I don't care. First of all, you're $1 billion company, and I'm going to do a whole separate video on TKO because they're catching a lot of heat for this as well. But let's just say, you're $1 billion company. You can afford, you're not hurting financially. You can afford to keep R-Truth. But even if you're looking to keep a budget to a certain amount, find the cuts somewhere else, right? R-Truth's just not the guy. I hope he ends up finding his way back, but if not, bro is so talented, he'll land wherever he likes. But let's take a look at some tweets and see what other people have to say here. We will start here with Truth's official Twitter page and his post that got everybody talking here, and then we'll go through some of the comments here, and then we'll see if there's anything else anywhere else. But I'm sorry to inform you all, I just got released from WWE. Want to thank WWE for the ride, but mostly I want to thank each and every one of you who was along for the ride. Thank you for all the love, support, and appreciation you have given me over the years. Thank you. Very classy tweet from Truth. Rhea Ripley, in all seriousness, this is literally so heartbreaking. Thank you, Truth. Absolutely. I hate this so much, Trinity says. Bailey, lucky to have you. Charlotte, love you, Truth. Don't know who this JFF studio is. Don't matter. Podcast, blah, blah, blah. Let's find some more wrestlers here. Lexi Kaufman, thank you. Blackhearts, crying. Ricochet, you are an amazing talent and an even better person. Go enjoy your life, Unk. Jade Cargill, thank you. CM Punk, thank you, R-Truth. Your character can never be imitated. Yeah, man. The Maharaja, thank you for everything, brother. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Yeah, he might pop up in the indies. Look, R-Truth can do literally anything he wants. If he wants to walk on over to AEW, tap on their door and be like, what's up? They're going to let his ass in and on TV immediately. They'll fuck it up, of course. But, you can't really fuck. I mean, they'll find a way. But you can't fuck up R-Truth. Just give him a microphone. Let him have fun. But, God, he can do, if he wants to go out and do the indies, he'll be able to make a pretty penny out there, draw nice crowds, pick his schedule. Kaylani Jordan, thank you for everything. You're always lighting up everyone's day. Mickey James, Hearts. Zelina Vega, thank you, Truth, for everything. Everything you are as a performer, but also everything you are as a person. You always have an ear and a hug for everyone. You were always so kind to me, whether it was an extra just coming in, looking to you for advice, or as a coworker, getting to laugh with you every week. You were forever a star, a genius, a pro, and someone whose presence will always be felt. You're cemented in history as one of the best. Love you. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Who else? Scarlett Bordeaux. Thank you, Truth. Shotzi, thank you for all your joy you brought to wrestling. Yeah, man. That's one thing. Our Truth is joy. Our Truth. That's why I liked Our Truth being funny on the shows. Look, he could take himself seriously and be seriously. He can do that. He has done that. He's a former NWA world champion. But where does Our Truth bring the most smiles? To kids, to depressed ass grumpy adults like me and you. Donovan Dijak, you're the best. Hope we can run it back, bro. I don't remember them running it forward, but hey, man. Who else we got? Lola Vice, heartbroken. Man. It's just wild. It's just wild that they would let a guy like that go. Let's see where else we can dig for a few more comments here, and then we'll wrap this up. Got some more here. Pat McAfee. I love Ron Killings. It's guaranteed joy when he's a part of a segment. He's also my dad's favorite WWE superstar of all time. The McAfees are bummed at AHT, are bummed AHT, but we all know Our Truth will continue to bless the world with his big ass brain. Thank you, Truth. What is AHT? Some of y'all are probably saying I'm dumb here. Look at that. Fucking the most historic 24/7 champion of all time. He made that belt. Apparently John Cena had posted on his Instagram just a picture of this guy here. How sad was this, too, where he's holding up the last time is now? Did he know that at that time? But, I mean, this was his last big angle, man. And what an angle it was. What a way to go out on top. Yeah, those are some of the most accessible ones, so I think we'll wrap it up here just for the sake of not dragging you guys along while I continue to poke around and waste time. But the wrestling world, man, mourns the loss here of Our Truth from WWE. Like I said, he can pick and choose anything he wants to do at this point. He can print his own pass to any company he wants, to any indie show he wants. He's going to be in demand, or he can just, he's earned the right to sit home and do jack shit too. But somehow I don't think that that's going to be the case. And, honestly, I would love to see WWE go, oh shit, we fucked that one up. See the reaction from the fans, see the reaction from the roster. I hope they light WWE up tonight on Raw. I hope there's Our Truth chants all goddamn night long, because they need to understand. I think I touched on this earlier, but maybe didn't finish my thought. We'll wrap it up here, and I will do a separate video on this, but I think TKO, focusing on the dollars and cents, are really missing the boat when it comes to wrestling history, legacy, and just the impact of certain characters. To them, it seems like everybody's expendable, but Our Truth was not expendable. A lot of people are, the whole batch of releases earlier this year, in my opinion, expendable. Carlito, poor guy, but expendable. Our Truth was not. It was complete and total bullshit. He turns everything he gets into gold, and it's just not right, man. It's just not right. But we'll go ahead and leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down in those comments below. Peace, love, and pizza. While you're there, hit that subscribe button if you liked the video. And if you are interested in more content from me, check out my book, The Gathering, A Bold Journey into the Belly of the Juggalo Underworld. It is listed down in the description below for Amazon, Kindle, and Audible. And we will catch you in the next video, motherfucker. That video there was a real slobber knocker. Head on down to the comments, put a little barbecue sauce on the like button. And while you're there, I would subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. And leave a comment. Everybody's got a fucking comment.